بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. So now we're moving on to the harfun jar of kaf, which is za'id. And I said to you before that regarding kaf, is it always is it a harfun jar za'id by default, meaning the meaning of mithl, or is it harfun jar asli? Even those who says harfun jar asli, there are some situations where the kaf is za'ida. Okay, what does this mean? Look, laysa kamithli shay. Okay, now if you look at it here, we said kaf has the meaning of mithl. Okay, so some say that kaf is harfun jar. Now here, if you say, this is talking about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that nothing resembles Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is completely dissimilar to his makhluk. Laysa kamithli shay wa sami'ul basir. So we have here mithl. So why they saying here that kaf is za'id is because if you say laysa kamithli shay, it means there is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is not really good to draw it up, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then you have mithluhu, and then you have nothing is like the mithl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we're negating laysa like Allah. We're not negating that there's a mithl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then we're negating that nothing is like the mithl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So if you take harfun jar kaf to be asli, there's nothing like the mithl of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it means there's the mithl to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and nothing is like this. That's why they're saying harfun jar za'id. But I said to you before, you can't just go and study a language and say, philosophically it means this, because that's not how the language does not always work according to, like, it's not like mass in China, mass in English in England, mass in Barbados, in Brazil, Australia, it's all the same, because gravity, mass, they're all the same. They don't have exceptions, correct? But language is a social, not a social construct, that's an interesting word to use. It can change socially. And a simple example of this is double negative. Now if you say I think in English, well, in the official English, all that is governed is a double negative make positive. So if you use two negative sentence, he is not, for example, if you say he is, I can't think of an example. Easy example is, you ain't no man. Yeah, you ain't no man, meaning you're not a good man. If you look at it here, there's negative. So you are not no man, meaning you are a man. But when you speak this little word on the streets, this means ta'keed. You are not a man, full stop, exclamation mark. So, and if you go on Wikipedia and you check double negatives, certain languages accept double negatives as ta'keed. Are you following? So when you have two negatives, there's two possibilities. One is you're negating the negation. So this is saying, no man, you're not no man. Or the other one is, no, this second not is the ta'keed of that first not. So you can't just come and say, well, if he's like linguistically, like philosophically, it means this, because you have to know how the people speak. So this structure of harfun jar za'id, this thing harfun jar za'id, because if you look at it by the root meaning, or if you go into it philosophically and analyze it word by word, what happens then? It creates if you take kaf aslan, then it becomes a problem. You can simply say here that this is how they speak, so it's not really a question. And so we're saying here, laysa kamithlihi, we're saying here, laysa kamithlihi, double negative. So there's two kafs, one is mithl and one is kaf, and that double creates an emphasis on the negative. That's what we're saying here. This is how the Arabic structure works. So the double meaning here creates a ta'keed on the laysa. You understand? That's a simple way of understanding it. Okay?